Chapter 1. What is minimalism? Minimalism is not about having nothing. It's about having only what you need, love, and value. It's a lifestyle that helps you focus on what really matters by removing what doesn't. Think of it as a filter for your life. With minimalism, you remove the noise and distractions so the important things can shine. Many people think minimalism means living in an empty white room with just one chair and no fun. That's a myth. Minimalism is not about suffering or being strict. It's about choice. It's about being mindful of what you allow into your life, your home, your mind, your relationships, and your schedule. Imagine waking up in a room with only what you need. You don't waste time deciding what to wear. You don't trip over piles of unused items. You feel calm. You breathe better. That's the power of minimalism. The modern world is loud. It tells us to buy more, do more, own more. It praises busyness like it's a badge of honor. But more doesn't always mean better. In fact, more often means more stress, more debt, more distraction, and less joy. We become trapped in a cycle of working harder to afford things we don't need, just to keep up. Minimalism breaks that cycle. It says, what if I didn't need more? What if I already have enough? This mindset is powerful. It puts you back in control. The truth is, every item you own, every commitment you make, and every app you check pulls some of your time and energy. Your attention is limited. You can't focus on everything at once. When you try, you lose your peace and your purpose. Minimalism is not just about stuff. It's also about your time and energy. It asks you to look at every part of your life and ask, is this helping me or hurting me? If it doesn't serve you, it's time to let it go. Some people fear that minimalism will make life boring. But the opposite is true. When you clear out the junk, you make space for better things. You find more time for people you love. You find peace. You feel lighter. You don't need to get rid of everything right now. Minimalism is a journey, not a race. It starts with one choice. Maybe it's cleaning one drawer. Maybe it's saying no to one meeting. Maybe it's deleting one app. Small steps lead to big changes. In the end, minimalism is not about less for the sake of less. It's about less for the sake of more clarity, more peace, more focus, and more life. Key takeaway: minimalism means choosing less clutter and more clarity. It's not about having nothing, it's about making space for what truly matters. Chapter 2. The Cost of Clutter. Clutter doesn't just fill your space. It fills your mind, your time, and your energy. Most people think of clutter as a physical mess, piles of paper, unused gadgets, clothes that don't fit. But clutter can also be mental, emotional, and even digital. And all of it has a cost. Let's start with the obvious: clutter takes up space. A crowded home feels heavy. Every item you own demands a little of your attention. That broken toaster you've been meaning to fix? It nags at you every time you see it. That stack of unread books? It reminds you of what you haven't done. Slowly, this builds up pressure. Your home should be a place of rest, but clutter turns it into a source of stress. Now think about the time clutter steals. When your home or office is full of stuff, you spend more time looking for things, cleaning, and organizing. How many times have you searched for your keys or a document in a pile of mess? That's time you can't get back. Clutter also affects your focus. Studies show that a messy space can overwhelm the brain and make it harder to concentrate. It creates visual noise. You might not notice it right away, but over time it makes you tired and distracted. At work, that means lower productivity. At home, that means less peace. There's also the financial cost. Every item you bought and don't use is money wasted. Clutter hides value. Sometimes we buy things twice because we forgot we already had them. Or we store items for someday that never comes. That's not smart spending, it's emotional spending. And don't forget the emotional weight. Clutter can carry guilt. Maybe you feel bad about not using a gift. Maybe you keep things out of fear, What if I need it later? These feelings drain you. They keep you tied to the past or anxious about the future. Digital clutter is just as dangerous. Too many notifications, emails, and apps keep your brain on high alert. You lose focus, sleep less, and feel scattered. Just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's harmless. The truth is, clutter is not neutral. It works against you quietly. It steals your time, your money, and your peace. And the more you have, the harder it is to see the impact. Letting go is not just about cleaning up. It's about choosing freedom. It's about creating a life where you control your environment instead of your environment controlling you. When you remove the extra, you give room for clarity, creativity, and calm. Minimalism is not just a clean home. It's a clean life. You don't need a huge space to feel free. You just need space that serves you. Key takeaway: clutter costs more than you think, in time, money, focus, and peace. The less you carry, the lighter and freer you become. Chapter 3: Minimalism at Home. Your home should be your safe place, a space to relax, think clearly, and recharge. But for many people, their homes feel like storage units. Closets overflow. Drawers are jammed. Shelves are packed. The result? Stress instead of calm. Minimalism at home is not about throwing everything away. It's about keeping only what adds value. It's about making space work for you, not against you. Start with one room. Don't try to do it all at once. Walk into your bedroom and ask, does this space help me rest? If the answer is no, why not? Is the bed covered in clothes? Are the nightstands buried in clutter? Try removing just 5 things that don't belong. Notice the difference. The kitchen is another good place to begin. Many kitchens are full of extra plates, tools, and expired food. But you only need a few basics to cook well. Too many gadgets create confusion and waste space. If you haven't used it in the past year, you probably don't need it. Living rooms often have too many decorations or furniture. The goal is not to make it empty, but to make it easy to breathe. Keep things that make you feel good, a piece of art, a family photo, a cozy chair, and remove the rest. Minimalism isn't about making your home look a certain way. It's about making your home feel a certain way. Every item should have a purpose or bring you joy. If it does neither, let it go. Storage is not the solution to clutter. Often, it just hides the problem. When we buy more bins, boxes, and shelves, we're just organizing things we don't need. A minimalist home avoids this trap. Instead of storing it, we ask, do I need this at all? Minimalism also helps you clean less and enjoy more. When your space is simple, cleaning becomes quicker. You find what you need faster. You waste less time and energy. And here's something powerful: when your space is clear, your mind feels clearer too. A calm environment helps reduce anxiety and boost your mood. You feel more in control of your life. If you live with others, talk about your vision of a simpler home. Respect their needs too. Minimalism doesn't mean everyone must live the same way. It means everyone agrees to keep what matters and remove what doesn't. Start small. 1 drawer. 1 table. 1 corner. Over time, those small choices add up to big change. You don't need a big house to feel peace. You need a peaceful home, no matter its size. Key takeaway: a minimalist home is not empty, it's full of peace. Every item should support your life, not crowd it. Chapter 4: Digital Minimalism. Our phones are always in our hands. Notifications buzz. Emails pile up. Social media scrolls forever. We're connected to everything, and it's wearing us out. Digital minimalism is the practice of using technology with purpose. It's about being in control of your devices, not the other way around. Think about your phone. How often do you check it? How many apps do you use daily? Most people underestimate the time they spend online. It starts with 1 notification, then an hour disappears. That time doesn't come back. Digital clutter is invisible, but powerful. Too many apps, tabs, and alerts scatter your focus. You feel busy but achieve little. Your mind gets pulled in 20 directions, never resting. Start small. Turn off non-essential notifications. Do you really need to know when a friend posts a meme? Probably not. Every alert is an interruption. When you reduce them, your brain gets a break. Unsubscribe from emails you never read. Clear your inbox once a day instead of checking it every 5 minutes. Batch your replies. Protect your time. Social media is a major distraction. It can be fun and useful, but too much of it leads to comparison, anxiety, and wasted time. Try taking a break for one day. Or delete the apps from your phone and use them only on a computer. Set limits. Decide how much time you want to spend online and stick to it. Use tools like screen timers if needed. It's not about punishment. It's about freedom. Declutter your digital files too. Clean your desktop. Delete old downloads. Organize your documents. It might seem small, but it brings a sense of order and clarity. Your devices should serve you, not steal from you. Be intentional. Ask yourself, is this helping me, or distracting me? The goal is not zero screen time. The goal is to use technology wisely and stay focused on what matters. Digital minimalism also means creating quiet space in your day. No phone at dinner. No emails before bed. No scrolling first thing in the morning. These habits may seem harmless, but they shape your life. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your time. You don't need to be available 24/7. You don't need to know everything happening everywhere. What you really need is clarity. When you reduce digital noise, you increase digital value. You find tools that work better. You focus better. You feel better. Key takeaway, your time and attention are precious. Don't give them away to every ping and pop-up. Use technology with purpose. Chapter 5, Minimalism at Work. Work can be overwhelming. Endless emails. Back-to-back meetings. Tasks stacked on top of tasks. It feels like the more we do, the less we finish. That's where minimalism at work comes in. Minimalism at work means focusing on what truly matters and removing what doesn't. It's about working smarter, not harder. Busy does not equal productive. Just because your calendar is full doesn't mean you're making progress. Start with your to-do list. Is it 10 pages long? Cut it down. Choose your top 3 priorities each day. When everything is important, nothing is. Minimalism teaches you to focus. Get the big things done first, the rest can wait or disappear. Emails are another major time thief. Most are not urgent. Many don't need replies. Set specific times to check email, maybe once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Don't let your inbox run your day. Meetings are often longer than needed. Before scheduling one, ask, is this meeting really necessary? If it is, keep it short and focused. Respect everyone's time, including your own. Your workspace matters too. A cluttered desk creates a cluttered mind. Keep it clean. Only have tools you use daily. A simple, organized space helps you think clearly and act quickly. Minimalism also means saying no. You can't take on every project. You don't have to attend every event. Saying no to one thing means saying yes to something better, your focus, your time, your health. Try to automate or delegate routine tasks. Use technology to your advantage. Schedule recurring work. Set reminders. Use templates. Free your mind from small tasks so you can handle bigger challenges. And remember your breaks. Productivity isn't about non-stop hustle. It's about rhythm, periods of deep work followed by real rest. Take walks. Step away from your screen. Let your mind breathe. Minimalism at work isn't about being cold or robotic. It's about working with intention. It helps you deliver better results and feel less stress. It's about quality over quantity. Fewer tasks done well are better than many done poorly. The workplace rewards clarity and focus. When you work minimally, you become the person who finishes things, who stays calm, who sees the big picture. Key takeaway: simplify your tasks, your space, and your schedule. Productivity grows when clutter and chaos shrink. Chapter 6: Financial Minimalism. Money touches every part of life. How we earn it, spend it, save it, all these choices shape our future. But many people live with money stress, even when they earn well. Why? Because spending without purpose leads to financial clutter. Financial minimalism means using money wisely. It's not about being cheap. It's not about denying yourself everything. It's about spending with intention and saving for what matters. Start with your spending habits. Do you know where your money goes each month? Many people don't. Track your spending for 30 days. You might be surprised. Small things, coffee, snacks, impulse buys, add up quickly. Minimalism helps you ask better questions. Do I need this? Will this still matter next month? Does this bring value to my life? These questions stop you from spending on autopilot. Avoid buying to impress others. Many people fall into the trap of buying things just to look successful: cars, clothes, gadgets. But financial peace comes not from what others see, but from what you know, that you are secure, not stretched. Debt is a heavy burden. Financial minimalism encourages you to avoid unnecessary debt. If you have it, make a plan to reduce it. Pay off the smallest debt first, then move on to the next. Each payment is a step toward freedom. Subscriptions are a hidden leak. We sign up for streaming, apps, boxes, tools, and forget. Cancel what you don't use. Ask yourself, would I pay for this again today? If not, let it go. Minimalism also means saving. Not just for emergencies, but for peace of mind. Set up automatic savings. Even a small amount each month grows over time. It's not about how much you save, but how often. Buy less, but better. Instead of buying 10 cheap items, buy one high-quality item that lasts. It costs more upfront, but saves more in the long run. Create a simple budget. One that you can actually follow. Allocate money for needs, goals, and fun. Yes, fun. Financial minimalism doesn't mean you can't enjoy your money. It means enjoying it wisely. And always remember, wealth is not just money in the bank. It's the ability to live without fear, sleep without worry, and choose your path. That comes from controlling your money, not letting it control you. Key takeaway: spend with purpose. Save with discipline. Own your money, don't let your money own you. Chapter 7: Minimalist Mindset. Minimalism begins in the mind. Before you clear your home, your schedule, or your finances, you must clear your thinking. Without a shift in mindset, any change will be temporary. A minimalist mindset is about focus. It asks, what matters most to me? Then it helps you let go of everything else. Many people try to do everything, have everything, and be everything. But that path leads to exhaustion, not success. The truth is, doing fewer things well is more powerful than doing many things poorly. The minimalist thinker doesn't chase every opportunity. They choose carefully. They understand that every yes is also a no. When you say yes to one thing, you say no to something else. So they ask, is this worth my time, energy, and attention? This mindset fights against pressure, the pressure to impress, to keep up, to always be busy. It challenges the idea that more equals better. It replaces fear of missing out with the joy of missing out. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You just have to do what's right for you. A minimalist mindset also helps with decision-making. Cluttered thinking leads to decision fatigue, the mental drain from too many choices. But when you simplify, decisions become clearer and quicker. You free your brain to focus on what truly matters. Practicing gratitude is part of the minimalist mind. Instead of always reaching for more, you learn to appreciate what you have. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It means seeing the value in the present while building a better future. This mindset can also reduce stress. When you stop overcommitting, overthinking, and overowning, you find mental space. You feel lighter. You gain clarity. You don't have to live like a monk. You don't have to count your socks. A minimalist mind isn't about being perfect, it's about being intentional. It's about removing distractions so you can focus on purpose. Build this mindset step by step. When faced with a choice, pause. Ask yourself, does this align with the life I want? If not, say no, kindly but firmly. In the end, a minimalist mind is a peaceful mind. It doesn't chase everything. It chooses wisely. It knows that less noise brings more wisdom. Key takeaway: minimalism begins in your thoughts. Clarity in the mind leads to clarity in life. Chapter 8: Time Management Through Minimalism. Time is the most limited resource you have. You can earn more money. You can buy more stuff. But you can never make more time. That's why how you use it matters more than anything else. Minimalism teaches you to treat your time like treasure. It shows you how to spend it with purpose instead of wasting it on things that don't matter. Many people feel busy all the time, yet they end the day feeling unaccomplished. Why? Because their time is filled with distractions, not direction. Meetings that go nowhere. Tasks that aren't urgent. Hours lost to screens and noise. The minimalist approach is simple: do less, better. Focus on a few key tasks each day. Don't try to do everything, just do the right things. Ask yourself each morning, what's the one thing I must complete today? Then guard your time for that task. Create a schedule that works for you. Don't fill every minute. Leave space. Real productivity comes from energy and focus, not pressure and speed. Block time for deep work. Block time for rest. Learn to say no. This is one of the most powerful tools of time management. Every yes you give to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. Protect your time from unnecessary meetings, calls, and favors that drain you. Stop multitasking. It's a myth that doing many things at once saves time. In truth, it splits your focus and weakens your results. Single tasking, doing one thing with full attention, is faster and smarter. Review how you spend your time each week. Look at your habits. Which ones add value? Which ones waste hours? Small changes can make a big difference. Turn off auto-scroll apps. Limit TV time. Reduce interruptions. Minimalism also means creating rhythms. Morning routines. Evening shutdowns. Time for planning. Time for breaks. When you live by a rhythm, you gain control. You don't live by accident, you live on purpose. You don't have to be perfect. Life is busy. But each day, aim to use your time a little better than before. It's not about squeezing in more, it's about freeing yourself for what matters. In the end, how you spend your time shapes who you become. Protect it like gold. Focus it like light. Use it like a gift. Key takeaway: time is your most valuable resource. Spend it with intention, not by habit. Less busyness, more purpose. Chapter 9: Relationships and Simplicity. Relationships are one of the most important parts of life. But just like our homes and schedules, they can become cluttered. Too many connections, too many demands, and not enough depth. Minimalism helps us clear the noise in our social lives. It invites us to focus on quality over quantity. You don't need hundreds of friends or followers. You need a few real connections, people who respect your time, support your growth, and add value to your life. Start by reflecting: who lifts you up? Who drains you? A minimalist approach doesn't mean cutting everyone off. It means setting boundaries. It means choosing your circle wisely. Toxic relationships are like clutter. They take up space and energy without giving anything back. Letting go of them can feel hard, but it creates room for peace and better connections. It's also important to reduce the pressure of constant availability. Just because someone can contact you instantly doesn't mean you need to respond instantly. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Simplify communication. Be clear, honest, and kind. You don't need long explanations or overthinking. Speak with purpose. Listen with focus. Minimalism in relationships also means presence. When you're with someone, be fully there. Put the phone down. Look them in the eye. Listen without planning your reply. That kind of attention is rare and powerful. Say no when needed. Real friends will understand. Healthy relationships respect space. You don't have to be everything for everyone. You just have to be real with the right ones. Remember that relationships need attention, but not constant attention. Just like your plants don't need watering every hour, people don't need your presence 24/7. They need sincerity when you're present. Celebrate the simple moments, a quiet talk, a shared laugh, a thoughtful message. These are the building blocks of meaningful connection. You don't need more people, you need deeper bonds. A simpler social life is a richer one. It brings less drama and more peace. Key takeaway: simplify your social life. Focus on fewer, deeper relationships that nourish your life and respect your space. Chapter 10: The Emotional Struggle of Letting Go. Letting go is hard. Not because we love clutter, but because we attach meaning to things. We tell ourselves stories: I might need it later, it was expensive, it reminds me of someone. These thoughts make parting with anything feel like losing a piece of ourselves. But holding on to everything doesn't protect us. It traps us. It fills our space and mind with the past, leaving little room for the present or the future. The emotional side of minimalism is the toughest. It's not just about removing items, it's about facing feelings. That old jacket? Maybe it reminds you of better times. That gift you never used? Maybe you keep it out of guilt. These emotions are real, but they shouldn't control your life. Letting go takes honesty. Ask yourself, am I keeping this for the person I used to be, or the person I want to become? Growth means moving forward. You can appreciate the memory without keeping the object. Some things are harder to release because they represent identity, our job titles, roles, routines. Minimalism also asks us to examine those. Are you doing things out of habit or purpose? Who are you without the noise? Fear is another barrier. What if I need it again? But truthfully, most things we keep just in case are never used. And if the rare moment comes, there are always solutions: borrowing, buying, or doing without. Letting go is not a loss. It's a choice. You decide what stays in your life. That's powerful. Start small. Let go of one item that no longer serves you. One responsibility you've outgrown. One expectation that wears you down. Feel the freedom it brings. Over time, it gets easier. You realize that life doesn't become emptier without excess, it becomes fuller. You gain clarity. You gain space. You gain peace. And remember, letting go isn't just about things. It's also about regrets, mistakes, and stories that no longer serve you. Forgive yourself. Release the past. Make space for who you are now. The emotional journey is the heart of minimalism. It teaches strength, trust, and self-awareness. You don't lose yourself, you find your true self underneath the clutter. Key takeaway: letting go is a skill. The less you cling to the past, the more room you make for peace, clarity, and growth. Chapter 11: How to Start Small. Starting minimalism can feel overwhelming. When you look at your home, your schedule, your digital life, it may seem like there's too much to change. That's why the best way to begin is small. Minimalism isn't a sudden switch. It's a series of small, intentional choices. You don't need to throw everything out in one weekend. You just need to take the first step. Pick one drawer, one shelf, or one folder on your phone. Clear it. Ask yourself, do I need this? Does it serve me? Do I love it? If the answer is no, let it go. It may be uncomfortable at first, but with each item you release, you'll feel a bit lighter. Try a 10-minute declutter. Set a timer and go. No pressure. Just focus on one area. When the timer ends, stop. You'll be surprised how much you can do in a short burst. These tiny wins build confidence. You can also start with a challenge. The 1-a-day method is simple: remove one item each day. After a month, that's 30 things. Or try the October 10, 2010 rule. Find 10 things to throw away, 10 to donate, and 10 to return to their proper place. Minimalism is also about your habits. Start with your mornings. Cut out one thing that adds stress, maybe checking your phone first thing, or rushing through breakfast. Replace it with something calming, a quiet cup of tea, 5 minutes of silence, or a short walk. When starting digital minimalism, begin by deleting one unused app. Or turn off one set of notifications. These little acts of control help you feel more grounded. If your schedule is packed, cancel one non-essential meeting. Say no to one commitment that doesn't bring joy or progress. These small boundaries give you more space. The key is consistency. One step each day. One choice at a time. Over weeks and months, those steps add up to a major shift. You'll see your space change. Your mind will feel clearer. Your time will open up. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for better. There's no finish line in minimalism. It's a mindset you carry forward. Even seasoned minimalists continue to adjust and refine. Celebrate each step. Progress is progress, no matter how small. You're not just decluttering, you're designing a life with purpose. Key takeaway: start small, stay consistent. Minimalism grows with every little step you take toward a clearer, calmer life. Chapter 12: Living More with Less. At first, minimalism might seem like it's about having less. Less stuff. Less spending. Less doing. But once you live it, you realize the truth: it's really about having more. More time. More peace. More freedom. More life. Living with less doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're choosing with purpose. You keep what matters and release what doesn't. That decision, made again and again, leads to a simpler, fuller, and more meaningful life. You start to notice small joys, quiet mornings, clear counters, calm thoughts. You appreciate the things you have because you chose them. Your time feels yours again. Your home feels lighter. Your work feels more focused. You gain freedom. Freedom from debt, from overcommitment, from comparison. You're no longer running on autopilot, trying to keep up with everyone else. You're walking your own path, calmly and confidently. And you discover something powerful: you need far less than you thought. So many of the things we chase, bigger homes, more clothes, newer gadgets, don't bring happiness. They only bring distraction. When you live minimally, you start asking better questions. What do I want my life to feel like? What truly makes me happy? What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? These questions lead to clarity. Your relationships become stronger. Your mind becomes quieter. Your time becomes your own. That's what it means to live more with less. It doesn't happen overnight. But with each step, each decision, each small act of letting go, you build a better life. A life that's not about impressing others, but about feeling right to you. Minimalism isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. Aligning your space, your time, your money, and your mind with what matters most. And it's not just for the home. It's a tool for every part of life: work, finances, relationships, health. Wherever there is clutter, minimalism brings clarity. So keep going. Keep simplifying. Keep choosing with intention. The more you let go, the more you discover what's truly valuable. You don't need more to live well. You just need less of what distracts you and more of what matters. Key takeaway: minimalism is not about less life, it's about more of the life that truly matters. Live light, live free, live full.